Hello, my galactic soul family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening. Today is the 19th of November, 2021. It's the lunar eclipse in Taurus. So there's a lot of energy, lots and lots of energy coming in. So I wanted to talk about or touch base on the subject of electrical storms. Lee Harris did a video on electrical storms, and I found it to be very interesting. Actually, I came across his video by accident. Well, not even by accident, because there's no coincidences, there's no accidents. Everything is for a reason. But I mean, it wasn't like I was looking for him. I was actually guided, and it was a short video. And I haven't watched his energy updates in I don't know, months, could almost maybe even a year. And I don't know, it's just I had this strong urge to play that video. He mentioned that these electric storms would hit by mid-November. And I've been hit by something. Maybe I was unconsciously looking for a reason because I thought I was being psychically attacked. And that's most likely why I came across this video, because I was hit by something on the 15th of November that was hard and shocking and fast. And I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. It literally shut my whole system down. It felt like getting electrocuted in a way. If you've ever accidentally I don't know, when I was younger, I plugged in a Christmas Santa and the cord was a little torn. And when I plugged in the Santa, I got electrocuted. I got shocked. And the way that my body felt afterwards was weird. And that's how I felt on the 15th. It was like I got electrocuted by the universe. So before I felt this feeling, everything was normal. I was watching TV. I was in my back bedroom. I was sitting on my sofa, just, relaxing, watching TV. I was just taking it easy because, my digestive system has been a little upset prior to this, but I wasn't feeling any other symptoms. It was just, my digestive system was just feeling really fucked up. And it was out of whack. And also I've been under a lot of stress. I've talked about this in the last couple of videos. And for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome, by the way. But for those of you that are new, to bring you up to speed, I just found out that my husband has stage 3 throat cancer. And, and I also take care of my father for the last 2 years, who has diabetes dementia. I know that's not the medical term, but that's the easiest term to to remember, to use. And his diabetes is really wicked bad. Okay, he's either very high or he's either very low. The in-between is very hard to maintain. So it's a struggle. My husband and I have been taking care of him for 2 years, and he's a hard man, hard, with a capital D, hard, very stubborn, very hard, very just set in his ways. He's 65. He's just, he's got his own way that he likes to live life. And now that he has to have caregivers, his way that he's lived has to change. And he tortures us. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it feels like he's torturing us. It's not. He's just set in his ways and he wants to live that way, And so lately he's been a little off. with how he's been feeling and what he's been doing within his life. He fell recently. Now he's in the hospital. They're running tests on him to figure out what's going on, and they really just can't figure it out. Oh, it's just a lot of stuff going on. Just a lot. And, I'm not going to go down the whole list of everything that's going on in my life, the whole woe is me, pity me. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not used to having so much shit happen at one time. Like, I know shit happens, but like, holy shit is happening right now. So I thought it was, my digestive system being out of whack. I thought it was due to stress. So I figured I had a stress belly. So I was just trying to, take it easy, take myself away from everybody in the house, and go in my back bedroom and take a little mental break. Alone, away from everyone. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, 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 boom. And then it said, pound, 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 pound. My heart was just beating uncontrollably. But also it was like my vision was all fucked up and everything around me was vibrating. While my heart was pounding, my body was like head to toe, my body's vibrating and my vision is vibrating. I felt like I was going to pass out or die because it was bad. I've had panic attacks before and I've had wicked bad ones before. And maybe it's just because I haven't had one in so freaking long that I'm just not used to it. I don't know how to control it because I thought I had control of it. But this was pretty bad. I was trying to stay calm. I was reminding myself of the techniques that I've talked to all of you guys about, the being in the moment, touching things, touching items, running your hands under cold water, breathing, talking to yourself. I was even looking at things in the room and I'm like, okay, red, Santa, plant, trying to name the plant, take my mind off of, what I was feeling. And I thought, this is a panic attack. So I just tried to feel normal. I just tried to act normal. But normally a panic attack lasts typically, a couple minutes to 30 minutes. And 30 minutes had passed and I was still feeling my heart pounding. And then I started to phase. I started phasing. I felt like I could not breathe. My hands felt sweaty. I started to panic even worse because I'm starting to feel these other symptoms. So now I'm in fight or flight. I felt like I was going to black out. And then I felt an electrical charge vibrating through my whole entire body from my feet to the tippy top of my head, even my hair. It felt like my hair was like standing up. It wasn't. It just felt like it was. But it was also this electrical feeling was also surrounding my heart, making it beat faster and harder. It was like it was as if it was supposed to go through the heart, but it felt like something was like blocked in that area. And it felt like something was blocked in my solar plexus. It felt like everything was blocked up. So everything was just worse. And this feeling was surrounding my heart area. And it was making my heart beat faster and harder. And I thought, this is it. I'm going to have a heart attack. Is this what a heart attack feels like? And I was too weak or scared to even call out anybody. I didn't want to use that energy and that excitement to make my heart beat faster. I just wanted to stay as calm as possible. And it was hard. And then it started to slow down just a tiny little bit, enough for me to get up and go take a salt bath. Well, I lasted 10 minutes in the bath. It felt good for 5 minutes. And then I felt faint, like I was going to pass out in the tub, and I didn't want to like drown or anything. So I got out and got dressed. I went back to my back bedroom and I sat on the floor because I didn't want to fall on the floor. So I sat on the floor trying to focus on my breath. I thought, this is it. This is it. I'm still phasing. I'm still feeling this vibration going through my body. My heart is still pounding. I mean, I could feel my heart pounding out of my neck, out of my eyeballs, out of the vein in my forehead, out of my feet, out of my chest. And I thought, I'm going to die. And I didn't like drink more coffee than I normally do. Actually, I don't even think I drank as much as I normally do on this day. And I wasn't eating a lot because my digestive system was all messed up. So I was like, it's not like I had food in my belly, like heavy food that was causing this reaction. I mean, maybe I did from, earlier that day or the night before, because again, my digestive system was messed up. So I really literally thought that was my demise. That was it. and then I thought, okay, if I'm not going to die right here, I should probably call for an ambulance. And then, even though I didn't, there was still that little voice that's like, hang on, hang in there. You don't need, the ER, because I've taken myself to the ER before when I've had these feelings. And it's just a waste of my fucking time and gas, because you get there and they're like, oh, those are all classic panic attack symptoms. Sweaty hands, feeling like you can't breathe, bloated belly, heart pounding out of your neck. Just breathe. And then you get a nurse that sits in your face and they do breathing exercises with you. And it's like, I wasted my time for this. You're telling me it's a panic attack? And then they send you home. And there's, 4 or 5 hours wasted. So something told me not to call an ambulance. So I look at the clock, an hour has passed by. And it was still pounding, but it was starting to pound less. Enough for me to know that I wasn't going to die. It started to slow down. And then I started to feel safe. And then I thought to myself, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I could not eat because, food would not digest, as I said in the beginning. So I only drank liquid. I stayed away from caffeine. I just drank liquid. I drank water, and then I drank warm water with lemon for the rest of the day and into the night. I just went to bed early. I was exhausted, and I think I was in bed by like 4 o'clock, because that attack took all of my energy out of me. I was so wicked tired and weak. It kind of reminded me of when my mother had a seizure. And when you have a seizure, it takes all your energy and then you sleep. That's how I felt. I was like, damn. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of my coffee. As they talk about panic attacks, I'm drinking coffee. But this is a new day, guys. I feel good. I feel better. So throughout all of this, my daughter's checking in on me. She's worried for me, but I don't want her to be worried. So I'm trying my hardest to remain calm so she doesn't worry. But my husband, on the other hand, he doesn't understand panic attacks or stress attacks or anything like that. He claims to have never had one in his entire life. So he just brushes it off. He thought it was just being dramatic. Like, oh, here we go again. She's having a panic attack. And he's not like rude about it, but he's not comforting either. And he doesn't make it any easier. So I just stay away from him because he truly doesn't understand it. I think if he did, he would be more comforting when it comes to having a panic attack. But he really just doesn't understand panic attacks. And when he hears of anybody else having them, he's just like, he doesn't understand. He just thinks it's all in their head. Um, but I did hear him talking on the phone saying that, I was having some sort of panic attack or something. He didn't know how to explain it. And he said it's probably because I don't express myself. And this is how I express myself. So this is how my emotions express what I'm, going through. And for a quick moment, I was a little like triggered, like that pissed me off, like that he was talking about it like that made me a little mad for like a split moment. And then I thought, he's right. I do keep a lot of shit to myself. I really do. When I was growing up, I didn't have parents to teach me how to express myself in a healthy way. And when we did go through something, my mom taught me, don't cry. It's don't show that you're weak. If you cry, you're showing that you're weak. You're showing your weakness. You got to be strong. You got to be strong for the family. So like when my grandma Millie passed away, everybody's crying and my mom brought me outside. I was 10 years old. My mom brought me outside. She told me to look up in the sky and she said, your grandma is one of those stars in the sky and she doesn't want you to cry. She wants you to be strong. So you can't cry. I want you to go in the house and I want you to sit on everybody's lap and give them a hug and tell them it's going to be okay. But you can't cry because if you cry, you're going to make them cry more. So you have to be the strong one. And I was like, okay, I could do this, I think. I'm 10. I don't know what the fuck to think. So I go inside and everybody's crying and sad. And my mom's got a huge family. Like she has 10 brothers and sisters. Like the family's huge and a shit ton of cousins. And my grandmother took care of veterans. So we have veterans in the house because she housed them and fed them and gave them their medicine and all that stuff. So we have a huge house full of people at my grandmother's house. And it's Christmas because she died on Christmas Eve. And, every Christmas Eve we would go to her house to open up gifts. So, of course, she dies on Christmas Eve. We're all there because we're all in town. And I have to be this strong human and go around and hug people and tell them it's going to be okay. Same with my father. My father never told me not to express myself, but he never expressed himself. I never seen him express himself. And when I did, I would always catch him in the dark, feeling sad or something. So I thought you had to hide your emotions. That's how I grew up. So I would hold everything in or hide them. I wouldn't want, it's not that if I cry, I feel like I'm being shameful or anything, or I feel ashamed. It's just hard for me to be vulnerable around people. So when I see people that are sad and I don't know what to do, I don't know how to comfort them other than try to find the right words. It's very awkward. So also on top of not being able to show my emotion or express my emotion and wanting to be the strong one because, I don't want my dad to know that he has Alzheimer's. That's, I wouldn't want to know if I had it. I would dwell on it. It would probably kill me. Same thing with cancer. If I had cancer, I wouldn't want to have to deal with somebody else's problems because having cancer is a heavy fucking burden. It's like, cancer is like, I don't know. When I think of the word cancer, I see death. I just see death. And it's probably because growing up, cancer, actually, when I was growing up, I don't really even know too many people that had cancer. Like my uncle had cancer and he was like the only one. He had stomach cancer and he died. But seeing him dying was traumatic for me. So I don't want my husband to know that I feel sad for him. I know he knows I feel sad for him, but maybe it's worse that I don't show that I'm sad. Like I'm like more of a hermit now. It's like I don't know how to act. It's really fucking weird. So, and I don't call people and my friends or family, and I don't vent. I guess doing this video is a way of venting, but I don't call people, you know, to tell them what I'm going through because, no one wants to hear your problems. At least I don't think people want to hear your problems. And the people that do want to hear your problems are people that like gossip, I guess. That's how I feel. It's just my perspective. Maybe that's something I'm projecting. Not saying that I like gossip, but before my awakening, I did gossip. I liked to be in the gossip. I liked to know everything about everyone. I used to love knowing the 411 on everything and everyone and be like, damn. But now, I don't do that whole judgment shit, and I don't really give a shit what people do. So it's like when people tell me what's going on in the community, and I'm talking like the freestyle community because my husband's in the freestyle music and it's a lot of drama. And I used to love knowing the drama. Now I don't give a shit about the drama. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. So it's like nobody really wants to hear your problems, probably because I don't want to hear people's problems. And, you know, it's because they have their own problems to deal with. And I feel like I can only deal with so much stuff that is hard. And, we all got problems. I've come to learn that we all have problems. Like I share these videos with you guys and you guys share feedback with me. And and some people even email me and let me know what's going on in their life. And I know it's a term of endearment to let me know that we are equally going through something very, very hard. And that really it doesn't make me feel good, but it makes me feel like I'm not alone. So I do appreciate that when people share. Because sometimes I do feel like I'm alone. And in the past, I felt like, oh, why is the universe doing this to me? Why? I played the victim. But I'm not the victim. And I realize this. And I've talked to you guys about that too. The victim feeling, the victim mode. But again, we all have problems, and I don't want to be an energy vampire. Like, I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, woe is me, and then suck out all your good energy to make me feel better. That's not right. I mean, it's easy to do, but it's not right. And if that's what this is coming across as you guys are listening, I do apologize. Ground yourself and bring in some light, because I'm not trying to steal your energy. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate you guys listening. So yeah, I don't want to be an energy vampire. And then as I was journaling, it occurred to me that I don't write as much. Like, as I was writing, I thought to myself, wow, I haven't written in a really long time. I don't write as much as I used to. I used to fill up notepads real quick. Now, I have my empty notepads looking at me like, hey, bitch, we need some entries. We're empty. So I don't write as much as I did 2 years ago. And I don't talk and express myself on my platform, being all my platforms, YouTube, and then my social media platforms. I used to talk and engage a lot, and I don't do that as much as I used to. I haven't walked in nature and taken pictures. I usually take pictures of the transition of the death of, the plants around me. And I would document it. I have a little file, and I've been doing this since 2016. And I didn't really do it last year because I was working and I was just so consumed with my work. And the year before, same thing, running a restaurant and a marina and an Airbnb was not It did not give me enough time for myself. So a lot of stuff that I used to do, I didn't do just because I didn't have the time. I literally worked from morning until, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I come home, I literally go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. So that kind of consumed me. So I haven't walked in nature like I used to. Um, I started to realize that there was an energy block in my body with no healthy outlet. And it occurred to me that I still hold fear in places I thought was healed. It's all it all revolves around, like, this fear is coming from change and death. Those are my two fears, change and death. My point is, my channels were clear. If my channels were clear, the energy storm that Lee spoke about would have flowed through me much easier. It may have still hit me hard, but it would have flowed through me in a different way, and it would have had a healthy outlet. If I was free from the fear, if I was free from doubt, worry, which doubt and worry is fear, if I, if I didn't fight change, I would have a free channel, a free flow in my solar plexus, in my heart space. It would all have been a lot easier to release the energy as it hit. And it occurred to me that I needed to be more open and express my emotions, or my energy in motion, because that's what emotions are. They're energy in motion. I need to express them. I need to be more open to them. I need to acknowledge them, or they'll get backed up and, most likely hurt my avatar, my body, and my organs, and everything that is mass that my soul is living in. I never want to feel what I felt on the 15th. And it lasted all the way until the 18th. Today's the 19th. I did wake up with a slight migraine, but my cat woke me up. It is kind of hard to sleep because my husband's in the hospital, and we don't ever really spend time apart. So it was kind of weird being in the house, sleeping in my room all by myself. I haven't done that in 17 years. So, yeah. So that feeling of having blocked chakras really messed me up, and it took a lot out of me. And not only is there this electrical storm coming in, not only do I have these man-made fears in my life that I created, which is also energy, because everything is energy. You got to look at it in that way. Everything is energy. The geomagnetics have been off the charts this whole month. There's a buildup of this cosmic energy. There's a buildup of the full moon. That energy always amps everything up and gives everything more power. And then on top of that, there's a, partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And energy is just ripping through us, you guys. Whether you know it or not, or accept it or whatever, it's just ripping through us. I've noticed the behavioral changes of people around me that are most likely not aware that this energy is ripping through us, because if you're not aware of it, it doesn't mean it's not happening to you. It just means you're not aware that it's happening to you. So, like, look at my dad. It hit him in a different way than it hit me. Well, I mean, it hit me mentally, but it hit my dad mentally and physically. And actually, it messed up his digestive system too, because that was one of the reasons why we admitted him, because he was throwing up. And it's not because he has any illnesses. He doesn't. He doesn't have nothing. No COVID. Everybody thinks that you sneeze and you have COVID. It's not fucking COVID. But he had some digestive issues too. And I thought it was his diabetes, but I mean, it could be. It could just be that his whole body is out of whack because of this energy that comes in. And if you don't have a clear channel for your energy to flow, it's going to mess up your body, especially if you already have illness in your body. It's just going to make the illness worse. I had a migraine. I don't think he had a migraine. I know it hit my husband, and he's been having migraines and some digestive issues. My daughter's had migraine. No, I don't think she's had any digestive issues. She's had a migraine, sinus pressure in her face. She had a lot of pressure around her head. It hit my mom. My mom has been feeling a little dizzy. She's had some digestive issues too. So I don't know, maybe this energy is coming through our solar plexus and just like really disrupting the digestive area. But also your digestive area, is controlled by your nervous system. So this electric energy that's hitting us is showing no mercy. And again, no, it's not sickness, it's not COVID, it's not anything like that. But being that there's all this energy hitting us, it doesn't do us any good that, we are in the dark season. We have lack of sunshine here up north in New York. There's been an increase of junk food, Halloween, candy. And then this is the season where people love to entertain and, host parties, go to parties, and they're serving cookies and cakes. And my daughter's been in a baking mood. She's been baking cookies, which I really can't eat because sugar really messes up my stomach. So I have to limit what I can eat. I don't want to make her feel bad and say her cookies mess me up. Her cookies are the bomb. They're so good. But there's an increase of junk food, and that lasts from October to January. The lack of sunshine. Also, the barometric pressure. This is the change in pressure that can cause the hemodynamic changes in your body, causing you to have more headaches, migraines. So, I mean, that could be the reason for the migraines and the headaches. But with this lunar energy coming in, the electric storms coming in, the geomagnetic pressure on the planet, that does not make any of these symptoms any better. It makes them worse. And on top of all that, I don't know about you, but I was never taught on how important, socializing in a healthy way is to our physical and mental and spiritual body and health. We were never taught in school or by my parents. I wasn't. We were never taught how to eat for the body in a healthy way. We got a lot of pesticides and GMOs and, food that is just things that are preservatives that are added to foods that we're eating and consuming, and just like really causing a lot of inflammation in our body. We were never taught how to eat seasonally. Our ancestors ate seasonally to help, as these energies come into the planet, as they flow. We were never taught that, or never taught. We were taught that the sun is dangerous, and the sun is not. It can be dangerous, but sunshine is important. The foods you eat are important. The colors of the foods you eat are important. Vitamin D is important, you guys. You need vitamin D. So if you live somewhere where the sun is not shining, like like right now up north here, it's been very cloudy. Haven't really seen the sun in a long time. You got to make sure that you're taking a supplement, vitamin D. I take 5,000. I don't know if it's IU or UI, but I take 5,000. Also eat foods like mushrooms and grounding vegetables to help you with that vitamin D, to help your body, because it is very important. Around this season, we should be eating foods that are yellow or orange. That's really important during the dark season. That helps our solar plexus. Eat the colors of your chakras. But no one ever told us. No one ever told me, at least. I just learned about this stuff, a few years ago. And it's just stuff that I learned as I walk my path. I've learned this from shamans. I've learned this from reading about our ancestors. I've learned this, reading about the indigenous people from these lands. It just makes sense. As I write this in my journal, or as I wrote this in my journal, expressing how I feel and explaining about the foods and stuff like that, I feel a sense of calmness flowing through my body. And I share this with you all so that, you're not alone, because I know that feeling. I'm very familiar with that feeling, and it's not a good feeling. When you're feeling all of this stuff that's making your body feel like it's going to shut down on you, and then you feel like you're alone and you're doing this by yourself, it's not a good feeling. So I'm here to tell you, you're not dying. Well, you could be if you don't change your ways. Okay? It could harm you. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that with love, because I want you to pay more attention to your body and what it's feeling. Stop ignoring. If you are feeling anything that I explained, stop ignoring it and start taking action and doing something about it to help yourself to be healthy, so that this doesn't happen to you again. Okay? So I say that with love. I'm not a vulnerable person. I don't like to admit that I'm scared. And I have a hard time expressing myself. But I am scared. I'm scared with everything that's happening, what I'm going through. Ironically, I have no fear of, the corona shit that's happening. That I don't even pay any attention to it, honestly. I don't do the whole mask shit. To me, the corona thing is like the seasonal flu shot. They're just, they rebranded it. I pay no mind. The only time that I wear a mask is when I go to the doctors, because they literally will not let me in without it. And that's it. Other than that, if I have to wear a mask, I won't go to wherever they're asking. If I have to show a passport, I don't go. It's that simple. No sweat off my back. Saves money in my pocket. So I'm not scared of that. I'm scared of the shit that I talked about at the beginning of this audio. Change, death, illness, stuff like that. So that for me to admit that out loud is huge. It's like a huge step for me. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what the future holds for me, my family. And not knowing has given power and has given power to my mind. My mind is like controlling my body right now. And that's not how it should be. So my mind has taken over and instilled a lot of fear in me. But me talking to whoever is listening right now and admitting my fear has somehow made me feel better. Sometimes the people that seem to be the strongest are just decorating the fear with strength. And I feel I've done that, my whole life. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at wearing a happy face mask. So I don't want you guys to do that because I'm working on that. Now that I'm acknowledging, something that I thought I healed, something that I thought I overcame, and I didn't really put any thought into it, reared its ugly head up again into my life. And it's something now that I have to reface. And I want all of us to face our fears. Don't let fear overpower you. Don't let fear tear you apart and make you feel like shit. I think that's the point of this video. It's, I'm talking to you guys about, shadow work, fear. Face your fears, face your shadows, shadow box. Face those demons. Because if you don't, the energies that are going to continue to come into this planet and into your avatar, like these, electric storms and the cosmic energy, they won't harm you as much. I'm not saying they do harm you, but they are doing something to your body because we are going through a transformation. We all are. Even the planet is. And if you're not healthy and if your channels are all blocked up, it's just going to cause chaos in your body. And I never want to feel what I felt on the 15th. It was awful. And I'm sending each and every one of you that are listening right now strength, love, light, and healing. And if you ever need to talk because you think you're going to spiral out of control, I want to let you know that I'm here for you. And I'm on Instagram. And you can DM me anytime, and I will help you fight your demons. I'm not going to fight your demons, but I will help guide you, with what I feel, whatever you're expressing. I will share my perspective with you, so that I can help you find the courage and help you find the strength and the love to, face your fears, face your demons, shadow box. And just to be clear, not everyone will consciously even know that, we're getting hit with these electric storms. I think I just mentioned that. But I noticed it in certain people, which I shared, that didn't know. But for me, I'm hypersensitive to energy in general. So I knew something was going on, but I thought it was stress mixed with maybe something with the geomagnetics. And then I knew that there was a full moon. So I thought, okay, it's just amplifying what I'm going through, because I thought I was managing everything pretty good, but I wasn't at all. So yeah, I'm really hypersensitive to energy. I think I mentioned that I thought I was being psychically attacked. And then I thought, who or what could be psychically attacking me? But what I was going through was just a mix of not being mentally healthy and, physically and spiritually healthy. I've slacked a lot. And it's made a big difference because we are living in times that we have to constantly stay grounded and constantly stay protected and constantly stay healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically, because we are in the middle of a spiritual war. And even though we're in the middle of a spiritual war, we're also in the middle of living we're souls having this human experience, and the human experience is not always kind. So you have to be able to juggle, everything: spirituality, your mental, your physical, everything. You have to learn how to juggle all of it to be healthy and to live, healthy and happy. So if you're sensitive to energy, please, try to see where the fear is in your body so it does not cripple you. And it'll show you, because the fear for me was in my heart. Fearing change and fearing death, change. It was all around my heart chakra and my solar plexus, but my heart chakra, because, you're attached to things, and you attach yourself to things that you love, people, even places and things, and yourself. So, ask yourself, and your body will reveal it. For you, it was definitely my heart space for sure. Because this energy did cripple me, and it brought me to my knees. Literally brought me to my knees. This energy will amplify everything. This energy, this electric storm that's coming in, plus the moon energy, it's going to amplify everything. It's like it's going to turn it up. It's going from like a 0 to 100 real quick. And fear is the worst, in my opinion, the worst emotion to amp up, because it affects us in some harsh, scary ways. Stuff is amped up with what's going on in 2020, 2021, plus the moon energy, the moon, the lunar eclipse, the cosmic and solar energies that are coming at our planet constantly. We're traveling, our planet is traveling in a portion of space it's never been in. And, if she was in this portion of space, which I don't think she was, but if she was, it would have been billions of years ago. But because space is expanding, my vision of what I see is us moving into a portion of the expansion that has never been experienced. So we're going to experience things that we don't recognize, and we're going to go through transformations, a different evolution, an evolutionary change, because we're entering an expansion, an area that has never been touched, has never been inhabited by, the planet or us. And again, if it was billions of years ago, and we have nothing to relate it to. So, it's just different energy, and we have to acclimate to it. And everything's speeding up. So I feel like the process is hitting us a lot harder than it was, in 2016, 2017. So we are in the shift. We're in the middle of the shift. And our planet is just getting slammed with radiation. And, radiation can really mess your body up. That's why I take an iodine supplement to help with the symptoms of radiation. And on top of that, cosmic radiation, our planet is polluted with, Wi-Fi and, light pollution and cell phone pollution. It's just lots of just fucking energy pollution. And it's like I said, it's a juggle. It's a juggle. So it can really just be harmful to us, especially if, we're unhealthy and holding fear. It can be very harmful to us, more harmful. I also noticed that as a collective, we're all purging. And, I noticed this in myself. I'm purging what I fear, and it's fear itself. I'm purging from the illusion. I'm purging from the 3D matrix. And it's like a snake shedding its skin. And it's a process that is like, fuck, this is harsh. It's a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual purge. And it fucking sucks. But I know I'm going to come out the other end okay, because I'm acknowledging what I'm going through. Okay? And I'm implementing change in my life. I'm going to change a few things because I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel this. This electric storm could also be good. It's not all bad. Okay? So if you're a person that is aware, you do take care of yourself, you're hypersensitive, you're hypersensitive, you're meditating, you're eating healthy, you're grounded, you're spending time in nature, and, you know about the storms that are coming in, then this electric storm, it may hit you and give you some symptoms to show you where, you hold fear or where you need to change something within you mentally or spiritually or, whatever. But it can also bring up good stuff in your life. Lee mentioned surprises and shocks. And I mean, that sounds bad, but, surprises and shocks are not always negative because everything is perspective. It can also, be a good thing for you. Good surprises, good shocks in your life. Happy events happening around you. Changes within you in a positive way that you've been waiting for. Shifts that you have been manifesting. So this energy is just, either way, it's going to bring us to a place that we need to be, or it's going to push you to a place that you need to be. Now, it's different for everyone. He mentioned that it was going to last until mid-December. So I'm working on how it's hitting me. So hopefully I don't feel shitty all the way into December. The lunar eclipse being in Taurus is actually really, really, really good. It's very positive for a lot of people. So that's a good thing. This electrical storm could also wake up your psychic abilities, and then having the full moon and the lunar eclipse just amplifies it. So be prepared for that. We are electric beings in an electric universe. So this electric storm will definitely shock you, literally shock you online somehow. Because on the 15th, the universe said, yep, Witchy's fading. She's losing it. She's losing everything she learned. She's fading into darkness. And then the universe yelled, clear! And then they took their little paddles and said, shock. And then they yelled, clear! And then they shocked me again. So the universe is working on me. The universe definitely worked on me for an hour. And I'm recuperating. I laugh now because I survived. But I was concerned when I was going through what I was going through on the 15th. I think an actual death would have been kinder because that was hard. But I'm happy I'm still alive. I'm happy I'm still here. I'm happy that I can talk about it. And I feel more alive, and I appreciate life more. It woke me up more. It re-woke me up. But really, it took a toll on my body. And I'm not 100%, you know. Today's the 19th. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday and a lot better than I was the day before, for sure. This, for me, and possibly for you if you're listening and you're still here, you're here for a reason. And you listened to this whole hour video for a reason. Because something within me is coding you, comforting you, guiding you, teaching you. You're here for a reason. You're not listening to this, you know, because it's coincidence or for any other reason. You're here for a reason. So this is a time to reflect and, you know, find balance in your life. A time to ground and protect your energy. And really take this path of spirituality and ascension seriously. Like, this is not just something to do because it's cool. It's not something to do because everybody else is suddenly doing it. Because I do notice that so many people are into spirituality, awakening, talking about, you know, ascension. But I don't know how serious they really are about it. You know, I don't spend a lot of time listening to other people talk because I'm very busy just trying to figure my own shit out. Every once in a while, I'll come across somebody like Lee that, you know, helped me. It really helped me with my, you know, integrating what I'm going through right now and journaling it. And I don't know, whatever the case may be, just listening to him really like lit a fire under my ass and validated what was really happening to me. Helped me put a picture to what was going on. Because like I said, I thought I was being psychically attacked, and literally what was happening was I'm out of alignment. I'm off balance. And this electrical storm is hitting on top of all this other cosmic energy that's coming in. Just showed me how much work still needs to be done. So definitely is a time to find balance, realign your chakras, realign everything, and really take this whole process serious. And, you know, respect nature, respect Gaia. We are one with her. And if we protect and love Gaia, she will definitely protect and love us back. So as she ventures out deeper into the universe, and she's going to feel the energy before we do. And then, you know, because we're entrained with her energy, we're going to absorb it. So if we're not grounded and protected, and if our chakras are all blocked up, it's going to fuck us up. So definitely, guys, take some time for yourself and do some shadow work. You know, face those fears. Because if you keep pushing what you fear in and holding it and putting it in a box and forgetting about it, it's going to explode. It's going to flood out into your body, and it's going to do it in a way that's going to be so uncomfortable for you. I love you guys. I hope this video helped at least one person. And I'm sending you all that are listening lots of love and light and lots of blessings. Before I end this video, I do want to mention that I am still doing tarot cards and past life readings by donation and numerology readings. And if you ever want to talk to me and you need guidance, I'm on Instagram, witchyvibes11. I'm here for you. I love you.